In 2002, Boko Haram, which means Western education is forbidden, began as a religious movement in northeastern Nigeria. Originally founded by Muhammad Yusuf, the group focused on rejecting Western influences and promoting a strict form of Islamic teaching. After Yusuf's death in police custody in 2009, the group became increasingly violent under the leadership of Abubakar Shekau. Since then, Boko Haram has evolved into one of the most aggressive terrorist groups in the world. They are responsible for over 350,000 deaths, either directly or indirectly, according to the United Nations. Their insurgence has displaced millions across Nigeria and neighboring countries. Boko Haram is most dangerous in Nigeria's northeastern region, particularly in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states, where they carry out deadly attacks on villages, schools, and military installations. Their brutality also extends beyond Nigeria, affecting Chad, Cameroon, and Niger. Despite widespread condemnation, there have been persistent allegations of external sponsorship. Some reports and public figures have claimed that Boko Haram may receive indirect financial support or logistical aid from international sources, including accusations implicating the U.S. government in covert operations linked to armed groups in the region. However, these claims remain highly controversial and unproven by independent investigations. Over the past few years, Boko Haram's activities appear to be declining. Military offensives and international collaboration led to a significant reduction in large-scale attacks and adoption. Communities in northeastern Nigeria began to experience relative calm after years of terror, but now, alarming reports suggest a resurgence. Authorities and local informants warn that children are going missing again, rising fears that Boko Haram is ramping up recruitment. This resurgence has sparked renewed concern that the group is attempting to rebuild its ranks by targeting the most vulnerable. In Borno State, Nigeria, childhood is still a lot under threat. Young boys are being taken and trained to handle weapons, victims of Boko Haram relentless recruitment. On January 22, 2025, a disturbing video surfaced on social media shared by Zagazola Makama on X, formerly Twitter. In it, a young boy barely 10 years old describes his life under Boko Haram's training camps deep in the forest near Ajiri in Mafa local government area. In a shocking display of skill, the boy strips and reloads a AK-47 rifle proof of how these children are being transformed into child soldiers. This harrowing revelation has reignited public outcry. The Bring Back Our Girls movement is urging the Nigerian government to release the findings of the Facts-Finding Committee on the 2024 Chibok schoolgirls abduction. After more than a decade, 78 girls remain missing. Despite multiple military campaigns and billions spent on counter-insurgency, Boko Haram remains a persistent threat. Critics argue that corruption, poor coordination, and a lack of political will have hampered the Nigerian government's ability to end the violence. Every missing child leaves behind a shattered family, caught between hope and despair. Without urgent action, more children may be lost to the violence.